FSD is the most impressive advanced driver assistance software I have ever used. But is it worth around 100 euros per month compared to the rest of the driver assist from Tesla? Because as of today, FSD is only certified as a driver assistant. It is not autonomous. It is for now a part of Tesla's 3 levels of driver assists. The first being cruise control. The car can keep a set distance to cars in front and drive at a selected speed, controlling one parameter, making it SEER level 1, and needing hands-on, eyes-on. Second, auto steer. Still a hands-on, eyes-on, but the car can keep within its lane at the same time, making it 2 parameters and SEER level 2. Third is FSD, being also level 2, because the driver is still fully responsible, a line needed to be crossed to be level 3, unsupervised. FSD is therefore hands-off, but still eyes-on. You might think FSD and autosteer is closely related, with both being SEER level 2, but that is in my opinion only a certification matter, and cruise control and autosteer have more in common, with those accessed from the same mode and having to reboot to change to FSD. In order to determine whether FSD is worth 100 euros every month, I've set up 4 tasks for the individual systems for comparison. Drinking coffee, removing a jacket, finding an album on Spotify, and eating a burger. This is your pilot speaking. Welcome to Autopilot On. First things first, coffee. Are you able to drink coffee on FSD without getting reprimanded by the driver alert system? And does it feel comfortable to look away for short periods of time? It takes 21 seconds before a warning is shown. That's a pass for FSD. Next up is autosteer. Keep in mind that this is a hands-on system that I am somewhat treating as a hands-off in the frame of this test, just to put it up against FSD. I am more aware and ready with my hands on the steering wheel than I am with FSD. But this is still a fairly easy task for autosteer. Pass. Cruise control is generally hard to evaluate as it comes down to a lot of experience and personal technique. And if you're comfortable with another task next to driving. For myself, I can say it is perfectly doable. Removing a jacket while driving is a bit in a gray zone, as there are moments you have longer response times than others if something were to happen. But FSD doesn't really care, and it goes smooth. Pass for FSD. Removing a jacket on autosteer, I have to get a little pinch on the steering wheel again. This is a hands-off system, so I will award a point for this as well. I will not recommend doing this on cruise control at all. But beware where you choose to drive with no hands, as the car a few seconds after in this chicane was a centimeter or 2 from mounting the curb, hence the reaction. Using the screen, or in this case, changing a song on Spotify, is something that a lot of users do a lot while driving. Of course, it hosts the vehicle settings and etc. But while in FSD, the driver monitoring system will not let you look down for more than 6 seconds at a time. Not good enough, and the car suddenly don't feel very self-driving. On auto steer on the other hand, it will let you look almost as long as you want on the screen, as long as you are a little supportive of the steering wheel. Very nice. This is what I would like to see on FSD. It even asks for support, but is still continuing and even removing the warning when no input is given. On cruise control, it is a bit of a weird feeling looking too much away, and I would not directly recommend it. But if you can manage yourself, I guess it's fine. If I was driving on cruise control, or cruise control auto steer combo, I would activate auto steer for the duration I had to look onto the screen. An option that you have when using that part of the driver assistance system. Beware, you're not able to change directly from FSD to auto steer while driving. You have to park, and the system has to do a reboot. Eating a burger on FSD is totally manageable, though the time that you can engage both hands is very limited. But as long as one hand is visibly ready to take control, you're not disturbed too much. Again, the car feels a little bit afraid of you not being ready. What a pity. On auto steer, it is just as manageable as on FSD, with only a couple of inputs necessary. In my opinion, it is just as easy to lightly tap the steering wheel than to place your hand for the camera to see that you're ready to take over. Eating a burger on cruise control is again one of those where you have to decide for yourself. I think it's okay, but in a real world scenario, I would have engaged auto steer, making the job way more easy. This concludes my small little real-world test of the assists that the different Tesla driver assistant is doing. My conclusion is that if you enjoy or like driving your car, FSD might not be the software for you. For those small portions of the ride where you need an assistant, you can use cruise control and auto steer for most of the jobs. If you enjoy driving, but you're a bit of a geek like me, I think you'll find it exciting and amusing, but not as an assistant, more as a gimmick to be fair. If you don't care about driving, or maybe don't like it, this might really be an assistant for you, and it might be worth your money. If you're either one of the before mentioned, I'm positive that an unsupervised version would work as a deal breaker and be worth every cent for almost everyone. Imagine being able to do some work, take a nap, and being chauffeured around in your own car. That was it for this time. I hope you enjoyed my little experiment. I put a lot of effort into this, so if you liked the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Feel free to write in the comments whether you use FSD every day and think that it is worth it. See you next time.